Yo, what is up, everybody? My name is Kid Ikarus, and this is my podcast. My guest today is a wonderful hip hop, visual, multimedia artist. You can find his latest hip hop single out on Spotify right now called Too Easy, featuring Spit God J. Please welcome Waze.
Ways, what's the
Yeah.
word? It's my man. Hey, I appreciate you. I'm on Kid Icarus podcast. Wow, let's see what's up.
And then we jump into the actual episode here. So you've been traveling around everywhere. So where are you? Are you originally from Vegas?
So
Or
I was
is that
born
where
in
Vegas is?
I was born in Casper, Wyoming, the
Oh,
beautiful
okay.
city of Casper, Wyoming. And since as a young child, my children's age, playing the games that I was playing, Grand Theft Auto, GameCube, all that, True Crime, Streets of LA. I always had LA in my head. 18 years old, I'm moving to LA. And we're thinking of a child point of view. And obviously life happened and that didn't happen. But I eventually met myself to LA and just, branched out. I was in Colorado, Aurora, Colorado for 8 years before I moved to Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is, where I've
That's
been
the
at
home
for the
base right
past
now.
4 years. I've been in Vegas for the past 4 years. And yeah, that's the home base.
Yeah. How is it out there?
It's good. I mean, it definitely,
It's one of those places where like LA has the same problem where it is super rich next to super poor. Like it's there's no middle class.
Yeah, I live
right?
over there. Over there, I live in the middle.
Yeah.
Definitely. I live in the middle. Amazon can drop packages off my porch, and bro, I've never had, God granted, I never have had a porch thief or whatever steal my shit.
Yeah.
Overnight, the package still be there. So that's when you're living in a good area. At the end of the day, I take pride of that because I had to move up out the ghetto in Aurora, Colorado, to be where I'm at right now, and not waking up to gunshots and shit like that.
I got some family in Vegas that was caught stealing puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my family here saw them on the news and was like, "Hey, that's," and it's like videos of them stealing puppies from the pet store.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yo. And it's just like with social media, the crazy spread that it has.
Yeah, right.
Freaking
Because that should be a
fast.
local news story.
yo,
We shouldn't see it out here.
20 years ago, that would never have got seen.
Yeah.
But with that whole sharing, oh yeah.
Yeah. Within the day.
I'm ashamed to say, but that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's wild to me how people are comfortable getting as drunk as they get in Vegas streets.
Back to that. I also on my side, one of my side hustles, because I got so many hustles. One of my side hustles is Uber. So I be Ubering. Shout out all my riders, that have had me because they already know my vibe. Like, it's real. And I say that to say, like, I've had so many just, some out of it, just come out here, tourists that feel like they got to indulge in all that toxicity. And I'm just like, like, it's not even that serious. I was living in Vegas, really expecting some kind of story. And I'm just like, like, I don't drink and I don't gamble.
Yeah.
So, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
You get all the good prices at the buffet though, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I choose to go out there, but local discount, but I don't even go to the buffets. I'm as an artist, bro. I'm starting to chef boy our ways. Like, I'm cooking now because cooking is another form of art.
Yeah.
So I just I've been just developing so much forms of self-expression and art. Feed my kids and they eat the plate. That's how you're doing some good.
What's a signature dish of yours?
I like to say what's the man? I'm thinking. Hold on. Damn, you put me on the spot.
You do pasta or you do meat?
No, it's go ahead, say it. What is it? Loco Moco. It's the Loco Moco. Damn, I couldn't even say it for nothing. It's so easy.
What is that?
Okay, Loco Moco.
I've heard it before.
It's like a Hawaiian dish, from my knowledge.
Okay.
You know, I discovered it when I lived in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it on the Hawaiian
So you got
barbecue
the L&L, you know, type of deal. So how I make it, I put a piece of toast on it, on the bottom, and put white rice on top of that, and then put some ground beef on top of that. Put homemade ground gravy on top of that.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. Something so simple, but it can be so filling.
Yeah,
it's
it sounds
so good. Like, bro, that's my signature right there. Right now.
I love cooking. I used to be really fat. Because I love to eat.
I'm gonna have to see some throwbacks.
I would eat.
You got some on Instagram?
Like
some throwbacks.
Pictures of me being all heavy. I'll show you one of my oldest pictures.
Yeah, I need to see. I'm trying to visualize it,
but like
I can't see it right now.
Because I used to be really fat. I
mean, we've all had our stages though. So were you just at that stage for a long time? Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
I was up to like 245, and I'm only.
You
like
look like
5'6".
that one actor. You look like that one actor from Home Alone, I believe.
Joe Pesci?
No, not old school. The youngster who was like, you know, I think it might have been
Josh Peck.
I think it might have been him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, it doesn't fit into you well because you're so short.
Yeah.
So.
There's some people who look tougher when they get fatter. I don't. I get real doughy. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you look like an actor.
But because of that, like I think I have good taste. And I made this cake last week because my church was having a cake auction, and a friend of mine challenged me to sell a cake for more than him. And I made a lemon cake with this fancy raspberry frosting that I made. That I was obsessing over for a while. It's Italian meringue, right? So what you do is you take egg whites and you foam it up with the whip, right? And then you cook sugar and water in it until it's like boiling hot. And when you pour that into the egg whites, it actually cooks the egg whites as you mix it in.
Yeah.
And so that was the
creating
base for
like
the frosting.
It was okay. Yeah. You went all out.
Yeah, the cake ended up selling for $90, which was my church goes
and
crazy.
What was the competition with
my buddy? He actually ended up not making it to the event, so I won by default.
There was an excuse. Like he was just like,
he was like, I've double booked. It did get moved. Like it was planned for a day a couple weeks ago, and then got booked.
You know, realistically, it definitely might have went into his favor, like because he's probably ready for the challenge. You know, but in the end. You know, God's planning. I'm telling you.
That's for our youth group. We do that like once a year, maybe once every couple of years, and every time like people go crazy because they're trying to fund the kids going to camp and stuff.
That's the thing that I haven't. That's the thing I haven't really dug in yet was bakery. I haven't dug in bakery yet.
I have only recently gotten into it. I made cookies for that show that I threw and they were cookies
over at Fresh and Meaties, the sponsorship.
The one after that at the gym. But I put cheesecake mix filling into the cookies, so it's cookies and then in the middle is cheesecake, and they sold out. My red velvet ones. I had some that were funfetti.
You don't got none right now. You don't got none right now. He's dry.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, the problem is if any that I don't sell, I end up eating the next day, and so
going back to your old
mess
ways.
with my diet. Yeah.
He's trying to get that fluffiness back.
I'm trying to slim down as much as possible. So you're traveling all around. What are you in town for right now? Are you doing an event this weekend here?
This weekend? No, I'm not doing an event right this weekend. I mean, I came here specifically for the podcast, just for the fact that this was planned out, last month. And like I said, everything is God's timing. I was supposed to get here that weekend, and my friend, and last minute after EDC, said he's flying to Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy JoJo.
Yeah. How was that trip?
And he invited me, and I said, bro, I got too much going on right now, yada yada. And then yeah, he invited me. I said, buy my ticket, I'll go. And he's just like, okay, I'll buy your ticket. And bro, I swang it, and it was dope. It was amazing. I met some dope ass artists, some break dancers that are dope as hell in Medellin. So shout out my boys, B-boy Tariz, like all like they're all the B-boys. They're dope.
I just picture jungle. Is my picture incorrect?
Yeah, it's incorrect. Like just like when I went to Africa, I pictured I'm gonna see lions and fucking giraffes and all that. I did not see none of that. It was a normal city.
What part of Africa?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Nigeria, Western Africa for 2 weeks. I was there for like 12 days. You know, 9 hour difference. So sleeping pattern was just all jacked up. You know, it'd be like 3 a.m. in Nigeria, in Lagos specifically. Shout out my boys in Lagos, Ice Age, B Wayne, Black, and man, all my brothers. Samuel, that's my artist brother, who, you know, paints. I'm a big supporter of him, and that's why I went out there to spend time with him. And yeah, it was be like 3 a.m. and it'd be 6 p.m. in Vegas. So the sleeping was just off, bro.
Yeah,
off. I just, man.
So while you're in Medellin, what did you do? Were you guys go out to like clubs?
I put my signature out there. I put my signature out there. Yeah, my boy. The last 2 days, I believe. We went to the clubs, just like the regular, you know, like it's similar to like Vegas and like Times Square and just that Miami, South Beach. It's just that they're selling you something. They're selling you a facade. That's all it is. You know, I'm not impressed. Like I'm 32 years old. I don't drink. You know, I've been sober for the past, you know, almost 3 years since I turned 30. And, you know, I'm just like a real Rastafarian, you know, just herbstaman, you know, and water, alkaline too, you know, is amongst the drinks that I put in my body.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're going to see the results if you continue to use your body as a garbage disposal opposed to a refrigerator that should keep, you know, life. It's all life up in here.
Yeah.
You don't want to, you know, just, and I was a vegetarian for almost 2 years before I went to Africa, and, you know, I indulged in, you know, some food out there, and I came back and started, you know, getting steaks and all that. And I was just like, man, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about discipline.
Yeah.
And I'm working hard on my discipline currently. Man, and it's a challenge though. Like every day. It's a challenge.
I get that. I mean, if I drink one night, my week's ruined. I'll be like lazy and like down for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And yeah, food too, same way. Like if I have to really focus on not eating what I want to eat, because if I do, I'm done. Like I won't do anything. I'll lay around. I'll be sick.
Right. Yeah.
Because like there's a part of my brain that loves to get so full that I'm sick. Like
bro,
that drunk feeling I get from food, I'm like, my body craves it, so I have to be like, no, we're not doing that.
It's freaking, when it comes down to it, out of the country that I've been to, you know, Amsterdam, and I've been to the Netherlands, and, you know, just Colombia. I'm dual citizen of Mexico, so Mexican and American, literally. I've noticed that, I mean, no matter where you go, there's always going to be pleasure foods. Jamaica as well. Shout out to Jamaica. There's always going to be pleasure foods, but I feel like the United States of America really capitalizes on what the hell it capitalizes. It capitalizes on nothing but facades.
Yeah.
Like it sells people. Like I said earlier, I got a pair of Skechers that have the Velcro strap that people would have made fun of me about having, you know, 20 years ago or whatever. They would have, you know, made fun of me. But now I don't care. Cool. I just do what I want. Like I wear what I want. I wear the same clothes, you know, for a couple days. might skip a bath or two. Like, it's just like, yo, this is me.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta hate it or love it at the end of the day. Like, I'm just me, you know, Matthew Gomez. That's my name, you know, because you really have to, you know, balance who you are as an artist and, you know, who you are as just who you was the given name, you know, because you're really not either, if you will. They're just titles,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah.
I don't really live by labels at the end of the day. Like, I'm just, you know, I was here. I didn't ask to be here. So why the hell am I subjected to this, that, and the third? Like, nah, I'm just me. I'm here. I'm living. I was born naked with nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So, you know, when you're gone, we're here for a limited time and a limited time only. You know, live the best you can. Live the life you love and love the life you live.
What is the best you can for you?
For me, my children, you know, definitely, you know, because, you know, me for growing up, you know, I didn't, you know, the whole, you know, parent situation wasn't what I have been able to provide for my children, my family, you know, and it's serious, you know, and I'm just thankful that I can be in their lives and constantly just feed them as much knowledge as I can. Sometimes, you know, I overload them with too much knowledge, but it's only because I'm trying to, you know, constantly, you know, they're gonna think about it when they get older. Like, man, Pops really motivated me to do what I want to do, to be where I'm at in my life. It's, you know, Pops really did that, you know, because I didn't have that. You know, the streets raised me. You know, that's what it was. You know, I developed rapping and the love for it in Chicago when I was living there with my aunt at 16 years old. That's when I first really dove in to making music. You know, my brother Jay Fallon, shout out my boy Jay Fallon, he was like a mentor when it came to the music, because he's the one who, you know, started the group that, you know, you know, the it's like, if you will, like, it's a label for the music. You want to call it a record label or not? It's just our own independent label that, you know, it was just a bunch of artists under Bank Squad Entertainment, because we did it all. And so, you know, when I started getting music, I didn't know what to rap about. I was just rapping. And then he told me, he kind of, you know, coached me like, yo, this is kind of, go ahead and just, you know, rap about how you feel, use it as a diary and all this. But, you know, aggressive manner in the streets, you know, talking about this and that, that's only going to get you one way. It's going to get you in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, all right, and was able to somehow, some way, you know, switch it up, and it's led on to what it is now. I'm 32 years old, and I've been in the music game for a long time, in and out though. I never really, you know, I didn't grind super hard like I should have, being a vocal artist, you know, rap, hip hop, whatever field that you are in vocally, you have to apply yourself in that field. You can't just say, oh, I'm a rapper, made a couple tracks, you know, I'm a rapper, you know, like. So I've been in the music game for, you know, 15 plus years almost. And I said that to say it's been more personal for me. But lately, the past year, I'm taking it more, I'm diving back into it. But the past 3 years, I was doing nothing but painting. You know, COVID, all that. I couldn't express myself vocally like I wanted to. And so I was just painting, you know, really going hard.
What kind of painting were you doing?
Like abstract, neon expression.
What type of paint?
Oh,
were
like,
you using? Like
acrylics.
Okay.
Acrylic, just mixed media at the end of the day. You know, oils, oil pastel, just really diving in, and watercolor. Just boom, making a mess, a beautiful mess.
Yeah.
And I got my art all around the world now, and it's a dope feeling, because I've never really, no one's really ever, you know, wanted to by something that was attached to me, attached to my name,
Mm-hmm.
something that I had to offer, you know, and that was dope. I was just like, yo, because, you know, when I was just painting, I was just going, letting my mind speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't really, you know, thinking anything of it. I was just letting my mind speak. And then, you know, after a while, people were like, yo, you're pretty dope. And I said, damn, I wasn't going for that.
And what would your mind say?
And I would, oh shit, everything, you know, just being, you know, being born to a broken home, and, you know, my 20s, you know, trapping, doing more trapping than rapping, and a loss of friends and family, like, just the life that I've been through, you know, the ups and the downs, just, you know, I would just throw it all into one big pile, and it would be a beautiful mess, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and people could relate to that, because with all that, you know, recipe of mine, you know, they could relate to, like, yo, I feel that. That's speaking volumes to me, you know, and I didn't really start taking art serious until, you know, my brother, Darian Smith Jr., he sold his first painting for $500 on Etsy. When he sold his first painting for $500, it was like a 16 by 20, you know, nothing crazy. And I was like, damn. I said, what? I was in disbelief, because I said, what? How could he sell a painting for that much? $500?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you can really get paid like that? I feel, what? And so that's when I started looking at it differently.
Yeah.
And since then, man, I've just been creating nonstop.
Selling them to law firms? You getting them up at the attorney's office?
What you mean?
I used to work for attorneys, and they would always have these abstract paintings on the wall.
You're fucking colors. Yo, I'm telling you, everything is so aligned, because wow, I sold a painting to a man who had his own law firm in DTLA, but I didn't sell it. My brother Tony B. Conscious, shout out my brother Tony B. He always, when he comes to LA, because he's from the Bay, when he comes to LA, he always posts up in Leimert Park. Yeah. And just, you know, sells his art. He had a specific art piece of mine that I left in his van when he went to Vegas and went back to the Bay, but he stopped in LA. He had a specific painting. He said, yo, this guy coming, he wants this painting, he wants it bad. And he just keep coming. He came today. He said, this is all the money I got. It was like $400. And he bought a painting, and he said, I got a law firm in DTLA, and I'm gonna hang it up right there. So tell me the story on why you even brought that up?
No, like, I used to go to a lot of different law firms, and they would always have these like abstract paintings. Particularly there's a law firm in Huntington Beach I used to go to that had this painting that had like these white stripes and this blue background, and I would tell people, like, I swear, it's a glass of whiskey with the ice cubes, and then a little bit of brown trickled in from the whiskey, and people were like, I don't see what you're talking about. And I was like, no, I swear that's what the painting was going for. It's a glass of whiskey, but in just lines and stripes.
It's a never-ending perspective. Perspective always beats truth. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, you know, and everyone has their own perspective and the way they look at things. Boom, that's what it is.
This painting that got sold to the lawyer, what was it?
So it was mask. It was mask. So it was mask. It was like different mask. And I told her, like, don't forget to wear your mask or something like that. And it was pretty dope. But honestly, when I made it, I wasn't too proud of it. I was like, man, I wasn't too proud of it. And so when it sold, and it sold for that much, that's when I was really like, damn, because it was a 48 by 60, 48 by 60, or maybe a 36 by 40 or something. But it was a good big size. Yeah. So
of different.
And masks. Dude lost his mind, like when the way my brother told me that he came. This is all the money this is all the cash I got. $400 like that. I was like, damn. Yeah. Okay. And it's damn. So that must be a thing.
Yeah. It definitely is. And I wonder if he liked the masks because he, as an attorney, is constantly wearing different masks.
Yeah,
Like he's
or
got to argue
or
for
vice
things that he
versa.
might not
Yeah,
believe, or
yeah,
maybe he sees through the mask and
bro.
he's like, this is what I see all the time.
He
I see these
saw it
people
and
wearing
he
masks.
needed to have it.
Yeah.
Like it was so dope on how that worked out. I was actually in Wyoming at the time, and Tony was just like, "Yo, this guy, he wants this," and I was just like, "All right, yeah, fuck your salad, yeah," and just it hanging up in a law attorney, and DTLA, like that's the winning part. The $400 is gone already.
Yeah.
But that's the proud
knowing that
part.
It's up there and people see
bro,
something that you created.
Waze, WA$E, and that's the name. Anything that's attached to my name is going to grow in value as I continue to grow.
Yeah.
Like all of us, like anything that we, have a passion for, when we start doing it now, and leaving any little thing, any form of attachment, you're going to want to hold on to that, because as I grew older from a boy to a man, all the countless things that I've always had, they're gone. Like I should have, when I think about it, I should have bought some extras and probably never opened them and just stocked them up. I had the first iPhone that ever came out. I was in Chicago and I was 16 years old. I bought it cash money and walked across the street and tried to open it, and I opened it, but I couldn't get in it because it was locked. Back then, it was super locked. You can't get it without service. I'm 16 years old. That ain't happening. And so I just had it, took it back to the hood. I said, yo, boom, boom, boom. Everybody's like, yo, and it was a celebratory thing. Like I'm a big Apple head. I'm Apple head.
Why?
Man, it's because in Wyoming, in school, I don't know how it was out here in the public school systems. Were you guys familiarized with Apple?
I went
computer?
to
Apple computers,
when I was young,
laboratories,
I used,
and all that.
Apple computer.
Okay, well,
elementary school.
Yeah. So that's how it was with me.
The big blue back.
Blue or red or orange. They had the mixed media of colors. Like, that was the same case out there. Some didn't have them, but Apple definitely flooded
soap bar mouse.
Apple flooded. They must have had it. They're so ingenious on how they did it, because they must have got plugged in with the public schools and said, "Yo, we'll supply you. We'll supply you with all this new technology." So, anyways, I was fascinated, being my children's age. From 8 to 13, I was always around that. So it just grew fascination, and I always had to have it. And I have, so many Apple products now. It's just like, it's annoying when it just pops up like, left there.
I appreciate Apple's design.
And I appreciate that piece right there. That's nice.
Yeah, that's I think
that's really nice.
Either my mom's painting or my niece.
I like how you got it displayed too. Art speaks to me, so try not to cut you off, but when I see her, I gotta yo.
Yeah, my mom's fantastic painter. She does don't think that one's hers, but she does landscapes with particularly oceans with birds flying or sitting on the beach. And she does it.
Now I'm just having a conversation with the damn painting and stuff. I'm just yo.
But the Apple's design philosophy, I think, is great, because everything's real simple. All their icons are real simple, user friendly. It's all clean and simple, and I think it's great. I don't know if I support them as a company, but I think that they make solid products. Have you seen, just on the topic of tech stuff, have you seen the Tetris movie?
No,
about the creation of the Tetris game? It is a wonderful movie.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Apple TV.
Okay, yeah, I got Apple TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought there was no use of Apple TV, but
It's
since
got
I got it,
it's
bro,
got a few good things. Yeah.
awesome.
Ted Lasso's a fantastic show.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I just never indulged in it.
It's
good.
Wonderful.
It's worth it.
First season particularly is like one of the best seasons of TV.
Yeah.
Typically, like I like a lot of comedies, and most of them are very cynical and rude and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Lasso is.
I was just telling my boy on the phone when I was at the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
I said something that it was a dark humor joke. Yeah. And I said I got such a dark humor. I said I'm glad you can appreciate it, bro. Just enjoy it while it's here.
Yeah.
So not to cut you off, but dark humor. That's what
normally how I am. Ted Lasso is the only show that I find really funny that is really positive. Like it makes you feel good, and everybody in it is a good person, and you go like, okay, right. But it's still like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
And like it's rare to have that combination.
Okay, damn. So I've never really. I mean, I've always seen it. It's with the actor. It's homeboy that he's going through the divorce right now. Yeah. And the only reason I know that is TMZ. Shout out TMZ.
I feel like there was a story a while ago where either him or his wife was handed divorce papers on stage at some event. Yeah,
bro. Because I start my day opening my internet browser to TMZ.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's my shit, because I don't have Facebook, I don't have Snapchat, I don't TikTok, I only have Instagram.
Okay,
that's it. That's all I use.
You got TMZ on there.
Yeah, and I got TMZ. So I go back and forth to that. It gets that's my form of socializing, because or just keeping up to date to what's going on. If someone dies, TMZ's covering.
TMZ's cleaned themselves up in the past decade,
yeah,
right?
for sure. Like,
I think it's, if you ever like see any old clips from like the 2000s, I can't believe how scummy they used to be. Like, how media in general used to be so scummy back in like the mid-2000s.
They've definitely cleaned it up for sure.
I saw this video. There's a YouTube channel I follow called Psych IRL that is like a psychologist looking at media stuff. And she did this like hour-long video on children growing up as celebrities. And one of the clips she showed was this paparazzi following Britney Spears. And Britney Spears is just sitting on a bench by herself crying and just being like, can you just please leave me alone? And the person's just sitting there filming, not answering her.
I think I remember that.
But like, it's wild that used to just be a thing.
And like, that's because sadly, now that you're touching up on it, it was the first time we was really being introduced to phones, recording video, and all this. So people were just doing what they was, learning. Like, they was going about it how they were learning. I remember I made a comment on how, young generation lack common sense for the most part. And this guy is like, as they, grow, they learn. I was like, yeah, true. You make a valid point.
Yeah.
So same thing with the phones. Like, bro, people have grown to know their phone. This is like the wallet. I mean, damn near it is. Like, they got, all the Apple Pays and Google, all that. Like, it's replaced everything. They're gonna start putting IDs on it, virtual IDs. Like, it's mad, and I can only imagine where we're gonna be at with technology in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah. Do you think?
I'm not even into NFTs or nothing like that.
I got this conspiracy theory. Maybe not in the next 10 years. Maybe in the next 50 years. People are going to they're going to develop a technology, right, where they're going to say, we can download your brain into a robot, and you're going to live forever as the robot. right?
Oh shit!
But here's the
That's
thing.
hard.
Here's what's going to actually happen. They're not going to go into the robot. The robot's just going to get a copy of their personality. And so people will think that, oh, yeah, you see Jeff? He just downloaded into the robot. Hi, Robot Jeff. And Robot Jeff's going to be like, hi, I remember everything. But it's not going to be Jeff. Jeff is
Like
dead.
Avatar in a way.
He's gonna be killed in the process, but we're gonna think he's the robot because we won't be able to tell the difference.
Like Avatar in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But just people are gonna die, but they're gonna think they're living forever as a robot. But
it has to happen while the person's alive, right? As it can only happen if the person's alive.
I'm saying like they're going to plug in,
Like,
and the moment that they plug in, it's just going to kill him. But it's going to make a copy of them into a robot, and we're going to think it's him continuing his life as a robot, but it's going to be just a robot copy. It's not going to. You ever seen The Prestige with Hugh Jackman?
I'm familiar with the title,
okay,
but
we're going to prestige. We're going to, as a nation, we're going to prestige ourselves, and that is a reference that anyone who's seen that movie will be like, "Oh, okay, the Hugh Jackman thing."
It will end up, bro, like in the next 50 to 100 years, like it could really be only robots.
It's going to be only be robots, and then they're going to be like, "All right, we win," and then they're going to shut off, and that's going to be the end of the world right there.
Yo,
yeah.
Wow.
So this is a warning to everybody in the future. Don't upload into the robots. You're going to die. That's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's wild, bro. Like, just to think of that, like, so that's where we're going in the new millennial. Like, we're only evolving as humans, as we evolve. Like, that's what happens. Like, with everything else, the cities evolve, technology evolves. Like, it's just a never ending, recycled, energy process.
Yeah.
Like, so with the music though, yeah. I'm digging back into it and I'm going full force right now. How I Met You was, this show, I think that was my second show of the year.
Are you doing the show on
Yes, I'm
July
doing
1st?
that. July 1st. I'm going to do that. I'm going to join you on stage.
Magways.
Yeah, that's the proper
yeah, I have no idea how to say it. I've been
Magways. I've been saying Magways.
That made
my boy Cass, he's been saying Magoos. He's been saying Magoos.
Maggie's, I don't know.
Oh man, but shout out them, shout out Paris Martin.
Paris Martin, yeah.
Oh man, he's a dope ass dude, like straight up dope
Another
ass
dude
artist.
Traveling all around.
Bro,
like,
you got him on a podcast yet?
I have not. No,
Come
we
on,
did a cipher
bro.
not too long ago. I do plan on having him on here at some point.
Paris, you need to be up on here, man. You gonna be up on here because he's dope, bro. And he's dope, and he puts on, for the city for sure.
Yeah, we were on a free cipher together.
Oh yeah, the cipher.
I think we freestyled it. I think I had a written verse, and then we just went with it.
That's another thing, So with rapping, I do it so fluently and effortlessly because I started out freestyling.
Okay.
And, I still freestyle to this day. Like, all I need is a beat because I'm a freestyle artist for the most part. I'm thinking that I'm going to start maybe drawing out outlines for some of the paintings I'm going to work on here soon. But, for all my previous work, it's freestyle. I get the paintbrush, boom, 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 and just go crazy with it and end up making a fucking masterpiece. So, with freestyling, with music, I can do it so effortlessly and not say the same shit.
Yeah.
And, it's like, it's a beautiful talent that I've been able to be blessed with because it's definitely a real crafty piece of art that, some people overlook. Most of the time, a lot of artists out there who are, in a bigger position right now, they got catchy, they got the catchiness.
Yeah.
But it's still, it gravitates to a lot of people. Like, and that's why it stays in the loop. Music is a universal language, so there's so much music out there, but there's only one you at the end of the day. And YOU, your own universe, that's you. So anything beneficial for your own universe, bring it in, welcome it in. Anything not, exclude it. It's really that simple. It doesn't have to be taken so serious. Just life can be filled with so much simplicity when you just go ahead and pick your cards in your life. The deck of cards represent your life. What you want, the ace, the kings, the queens, you want them all up in here, this pile, you're gonna put them right up in that pile. Anything else, boom, you get what you give.
I just get all the twos. That's my plan.
Yeah,
I just want all the twos to myself.
See, I'm not a big card game player, but when you said the twos, it brought me back to it. Yeah, exactly, man.
I say, why not pick all the twos? I don't need the best
sevens,
hand.
like just the best. Yeah, the best twos though. Twos are the one. Yeah, you don't need the best hand. Where and how you reference that, like that's how I live my life. Like just being me and walking around with the richness from within. Like it really vibrance. It's vibrant energy, like the aura. Because when I went to Nigeria for the first time last year, I had people, coming to me like, brother, I just ask for your words of wisdom, like like those are priceless attributes. Is it attributes the word? Yeah, those are priceless attributes that someone's asking for. Like they don't want no money. They want words, because anytime I open my mouth, it's going to be out of love. I'm going to give you the most praises, and I'm going to wish the most highest form that I can for you. I'm not just going to talk out my ass, because if that's the case, I'll just give you $1. So
yeah. So on this topic of words of wisdom, if you had the opportunity to tell the world one thing, one piece of advice, one just instruction to give people, what would that be?
So it's a motto that I like to use from two reggae artists that I really am heavily indulged in. One of them, my brother Half Pint. His is, you live the life you love, and you love the life you live. That's it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And Garnet Silk, his is, love is the answer. Love is the answer to all things. No matter what you're going through in life, at the end of the day, love is always going to win. It's always going to overpower anything spelled against you. So those two I really live by. And one that I've developed myself is I ain't new to this. I grew to this. Like this life I'm living, I ain't new to it. I grew to this status. I'm not getting old. I'm getting grown. At the end of the day, like what age do they say like, oh yeah, you're grown? What qualifies you as being a grown person? Like I'm 32 years old. I'm growing.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I want to push back on that first quote. No, I guess I just
yeah, you live the life you love, and you love the life you live.
What if I love just like hurting people?
You live the life you love.
Okay,
you love the life you live.
Fair enough.
That's it.
All right.
I say that to say, there's people, and also I'm a survivor of the Aurora movie theater, that happened back in 2012, July 20th, 2012. I survived that, and that person, he loved to hurt people. He obviously acted on it, and it was a very hurtful experience that I had to experience at my age. I was probably, early 20s. But I have found it recently. I tried to, write him a letter. It got sent back because maybe he wasn't accepting or whatever. But in the letter, I said, I forgive you. Yeah. I forgive you for the acts that you had committed that night. I forgive you. I release you from me. I can't speak for everyone that was involved in that night, but I can speak for myself, and I release you from my mind because you've been living here rent free since the day that happened. So, you know, people who love to hurt people, hey, you know, that's your thing. You know, that's with you and God that you have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one to judge you. Okay. I'm not one to judge anyone. Like I said, you know, I live a life that's label free. You know, mm-hmm. There's no labels around here. I don't care how you live your life, what you do, or how you know, see anything, your beliefs. Like, that's you.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that because I feel like a lot of people who talk about, you know, love a lot and acceptance and be yourself will not accept people who are themselves in a way that they don't
mm-hmm.
like, you know?
Same with like, you know, religion and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I grew up Catholic, I was baptized and everything, but you know, I kind of fell out with God because I didn't understand. I couldn't keep up going to church and all that. Mm-hmm. You know, so me being where I'm at now, I've just developed a relationship with God, and it's super strong. And it's been super strong, you know. And I'm just so appreciative of being able to, you know, develop that relationship because, you know, there was a time when I had a near fatal accident 5 years ago in Cancun, Mexico, you know, where I died twice. You know, it was bad, you know, and that's when God came to me shortly after, because I still had, you know, I lost hope. I said, God, why did this happen to me? Excuse me. And I lost all the hope for like 6 months, and then everything just started, you know, coming full circle. And you know, since God came into my life, things have been so great. Like, I can't even, you know, begin to praise how great things have been when, you know, God really just fully came into my life, you know, because, man, without God, we're nothing, you know, and I do everything.
I want to ask about this accident. Before I do that, I do also want to ask about, so the Aurora theater shooting, were you in the same complex? Were you in the same theater?
I was in the same complex. Okay. I was in house 16 and it happened in house 9. And my friend had got a prepaid ticket, you know, hours prior, and he was going no matter what. He's a Batman fan. I went last minute, you know. I said, yo, if there's a, you know, room, if there's a parking space, I'll roll. Yeah. We went, it was packed. There was one parking space in the front, one open. So I parked my Navigator in there. At the time I had a Navigator. And I went in there. The lady said, you know, it's packed. You know, you're not going to be able to sit with each other. Mm-hmm. I looked at him like, we're going to sit with each other. We'll figure it out. Yeah. And she printed it. And I walked past my boy, and he's just looking at this, you know, showing. He's like, yo, is there a different, you know, showing, a later showing? And she said, there's a 12:15 and it's less packed. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, can we get that one? She's like, yeah, just give me your tickets and I'll exchange them. But if we didn't exchange them, we would have been in theater, the same theater number 9. And that is wild. You know, or had I just said, no, I don't want to go, and dropped him off, he would have been in there. In that. Yeah. You know, so everything happens for a reason, the way it's supposed to happen. You know, I'm real big, firm believer of just everything, like struggling. Like right now, currently, I'm hella in debt right now, you know, but I'm just understanding that, okay, I'm supposed to be in this debt. Like, I got in an accident like a month ago, so it caused my premium on my insurance to go up $160. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, but
I just reached the end of like a 2-year term on my insurance after, I don't know if it was an accident or I had tickets, like where it had been raised up to like $350 for like 2 years, and it finally dropped down to $200, and I was like, yes, like it cleared up.
I was at $230, and now it's at like $390.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, what? So, you know, just life is hitting, you know, harder than a bitch, but
it's always right when you feel like you're in the clear, right? That something new gets added on, and it's like,
exactly, you know. And I'm gracefully appreciating this process, though, you know, because it's a beautiful struggle at the end of the day, and I shall not, you know, be ashamed of my struggle. You know, we all struggle. Life fluctuates up and down. on a daily. So you just have to, just give your thanks and just be thankful for what you do have and how you are getting by to, get yourself to a higher level. We're elevating each day. You may not have it today, but who's to say in the next week?
Yeah.
Just like my brothers in Jamaica, one of my brother Brandon, he says it's don't, because words are so powerful. He says don't refer to your upcoming week as a week, because week, is weak.
Yeah.
He said consider it as a strong.
Yeah.
This is your strong, and it's just so hard
7
to
days
keep
and
up
strong.
with it. It's so hard to keep up with the terminology, because when I try, others don't even understand what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, shit. So I say weak, but I have mentally, I'm envisioning strong, because that's what I am. I'm strong.
So this accident in Cancun, what happened there? What type of accident?
First time going to Cancun. Every time I'm in Mexico, I'm in my family's home state, state of Chihuahua, and I flew my dad and I to Cancun, and the morning of, I slept in. I missed my flight. So a flight that I bought for $210 round trip from Denver to Cancun was now $850 for that same day.
Yeah.
Because I had to get it. My pops was on, Facebook with a picture of himself, on my way, son. And I'm like, fuck, because he lives in Chihuahua. So I flew him from Chihuahua to Cancun. And so I said, fuck, I gotta go. Airbnb, everything's paid for. So that was the first sign, not to go.
Yeah.
But I said, fuck it, boom, paid the money to go. And I ended up getting there, and we're there for like 2 days. And then we went to Island of Mujeres, and on the way back, we got back from the boat. We riding mopeds, living the best life. I'm in Cancun, riding mopeds. I ain't never did that before. And before you know it, my dad, he's honking at me, and I'm turning around, looking at him, and he's just like, yo, my helmet is loose. It's falling. And so he pulls over, and I was just like, yo, he knows where we're staying. He'll catch up. So I continue going, and he stopped. And as soon as I get around the corner, a taxi driver had proceeded to cross the median, and she stopped dead on, and I smacked right into her, going like 30 miles an hour. And yeah, I woke up 5 days later out of a coma. I died twice, September 19, 2018. And yeah, like they said I wasn't going to make it through the night. I did. They said they may have to amputate my leg because I broke my femur in half.
Did they do it?
They didn't, thankfully. Give thanks, because bro, I could have woke up with no leg.
Yeah.
Shit, seriously, and I probably would have never been in Vegas.
And you walk fine now.
Yeah, for the most part, since it was a femur, sometimes I'll get pains, like when, for instance, like going through like airports and stuff, because I travel a lot. If I'm traveling with my bag added, carry on and stuff, sometimes it's just like it comes too much on my leg, to where it's just like it starts paining, and it's internally. And I don't take, crazy prescription pills and shit, because I have problems with that, and so I don't mess around. And so when I don't have them, I smoke weed for the pain.
Yeah.
And can't smoke weed in the airport, so I'm just like, yo, I need a wheelchair access, and they definitely hooked me up, and thanks for that, because that's like the only time I really, develop like pain in a way, is by having to, just carry multiple loads and all that.
Yeah. Well, we have reached the end of the podcast. I always give a opportunity for the guests to shout out somebody. I have been limiting it to one person lately, because I put their name on the screen during this time. So if there's any specific person that you want to shout out that isn't getting enough attention, any music artists, visual artists, business owners, somebody that you think that everybody listening to this should look at their details on the screen right now and go look up? Who is it?
I feel it. I would say it's not a person. It's an entity. Because all my people, they're going up. You know, all my people are going up. There's no lacking in nothing. God. If you haven't found God,
okay,
hey, go look for God. You no matter what way you do, find God, because God and love is the answer, and that's it. You know, so
okay. I'm gonna push back against you on this one because I want here's just a little test. What's your God's name? I'm trying to see if we serve the same God here.
God.
Okay. I don't know if I would
Like,
use that
you know,
name.
Jesus, Jesus is the Son of God.
Okay.
You know, so, Jesus was our Savior.
All right.
Of all my sins, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's the same God I serve.
That's
the Father
it.
of Jesus.
Right here I got, God grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Yeah.
God is God. I feel like there's only one God.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, I get where where you have to be saved, because at the end of the day, it's just like, hold on. Because some people have ill intent.
I believe that everybody serves a God, even if they don't. Even if they say, no, I don't believe in God. You serve a God.
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
your highest good is, that's your God. Whatever you believe is the top, most meaningful thing in life, that is what your God is. And so, like, even Christians, I think we all serve a different God, because like our conception of him is going to be different.
And I understand that too, 100%.
A wider base where it is, okay, we serve generally the same God.
For instance, a racist family from Mississippi, for instance, they're Christian, they believe in God. Do they believe in the same God that I believe in?
They may call it the same God, but that's not the same God.
They probably be like, yo, nah, that's not it's the same thing, for sure. But in the end, Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and I never really knew Jesus until recently, and that's when I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And man, I'm telling you, repent and believe, and you shall achieve.
Yeah.
Well,
so I can't think of a better way to end off this podcast. So, dude, thank you so much for sitting down.
Thank you for having me, brother.
It's been a pleasure, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Everybody, have a good night.
Ways out.
I'm feeling blessed. Tell me, how are you? Just let me know if there's anything that I could do. Yeah, I'm feeling blessed. Tell me, how are you? Ain't nobody change the world like them servants do.